Happy birthday
to
to
you.
you. Happy
Happy birthday,
birthday,
dear
dear
Dolphin.
Dolphin.
Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
you.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a very special TF2 broadcast. It's Dolphin's birthday tomorrow. Give Dolphin some love and chat. My name's Godfather. TC is on the mic with me, and we are going to watch some Froyotech versus Greasy Dothogs. This is the Stage 2 Group A Grand Finals. Yeah, Dolphin 25 in under an hour, TC. Isn't it wild to have such an amazing producer with us tonight?
It is wild indeed. Excited for two reasons now. Obviously for Dolphin's birthday, but also to watch this amazing matchup, Froyotech versus the Greasy Dothogs. Hopefully, the Dothogs can have maybe a better performance than we saw last time. Godfather Froyotech taking them, not even letting them take a round off of them. I think the last time we saw them, and hopefully the Greasy Dothogs have gone back, formulated a new plan and have figured out some way to try and get back at Froyotech, because we got this best of three coming up. Process, Metalworks, and Sultry. It'd be exciting to see all three maps, but hopefully it should be a good one.
Yeah, I'm certainly excited. We're starting off on Process, then we have Metalworks and Sultry Decider. I mean, some maps that we've seen plenty of with Process and Metalworks, not so much Sultry. I hope we get there. It's not a map I've casted a lot on, but we will have to wait and see on that. TC, what is there going around the league right now? What do the people need to know?
Oh, well, they need to know about TF2 coaching and TF2 coaching central. They've had a few kind of competitive, kind of newbie mixed drives recently. I had one maybe a few weeks ago, but it's a really great resource for new players to competitive. There's a lot of great mentors, a lot of people there in the higher divisions who are willing to help people in the lower divisions get kind of like a step in the door into how to play TF2, whether that's one-on-one mentoring, whether it's just demo reviews for your team or just demo reviews overall. They also do pugs for newcomer to IM players. So if you're worried about, you head into some random pug group and you see who's in the pug queue with you, and it's like Mr. Big Shot playing in advanced, and you're worried, oh my God, I'm not going to stack up. Don't worry, you can play with some fellow newcomer and amateur players, so you can get your kind of grasp. And there's a Discord that you can go in and check. They got lessons, they got, pugs as well. Like I've said, active discussions, really great videos as well that you can take a glance at. So TF2 Coaching Central, just in case, you've ever thought about getting into sixes, but you were a bit shy or felt you're a bit too inexperienced, that is a really, really great resource that I highly recommend you guys.
Yeah, definitely a wonderful opportunity for some of the newer players. If you're just getting into TF2, this is probably the best place to do it. Other things to keep on our minds, TC. What else is there?
We also have a news alert. We actually have a little bit of a postcard. Obviously summer is here, and the folks at RGL have been taken to the seas. We have a little post. We got a new boat up and running. So we have a little postcard from that. It's a little bit of a greetings. Always nice to see. I think you and me, Godfather, we're scheduled to go in a couple of weeks, so I hope you got
Yeah,
your tickets ready.
yeah, absolutely. Constantly has that boat. Nice paint job on it, as you guys can see. Doing a little bit of the alternate colors for RGL. Dolphin is showing the fictitious, the lies of what the boat might look like. But no, it's a real nice boat. Really excited to go on it. It's doing a whole tour up and down the East Coast right now, I believe. So when it gets up to me up in Boston, I'll be hopping on for I think about a week or two. So yeah, really pumped about this boat, but now let's take a look at this matchup tonight, TC. Mentioned already, it's the Stage 2 Group A Grand Finals, so this is kind of like a preview of what actual season Grand Finals might look like, with Froyotech taking on the Greasy Dothogs. These teams have played before. Froyotech did very well against them. We got the bracket up on screen. Plenty more matches to be played in the season, so this is certainly not the end of the story, TC, but walk us through how players have gotten here today.
Well, definitely. I mean, first we had the first stage, stage one, where we saw kind of the round robin. That's where we saw Greasy Dothogs put up the best fight to Froyotech out of any team in the division, and so far in Greasy Dothogs' run so far, taking 2 rounds off of Froyotech, and it was very back and forth, extremely close, ended 4-2. But it definitely showed that the Greasy Dothogs have potential. But Froyotech being Froyotech, they weren't just willing to let that stand. The next time these guys faced up, it was extremely dominant from Froyotech the whole way across. And I mean, when you look at the Froyotech roster, Jay, High Five, Donovan, Banny, Logan, and Zilly, it really is kind of like an all-star roster, kind of poaching a few players from a few different teams. Logan, obviously, of G6 fame. You've got High Five, who's been on so many different really exceptional teams like Swift, like Cafe Monster, like Ascent. So definitely a lot of experience there. Bringing back Jay, keeping on Donovan. Zilly replacing May. I'm not sure if that's a permanent thing or just because May had to step away, but Zilly extremely experienced medic in their own right. Also really great soldier, so just has a lot of experience on a lot of different aspects of the game. And when you look at this Froyotech roster, it's one of the most dominant ones I think we've seen in the past few seasons. But on the other hand, Greasy Dothogs slouches as well. I mean, Rakuso, Shamu, Crypt, Paul Dog, these are all players that have been around for ages, Godfather. And then when you add in someone like Sin Karma, who's got that pug experience, maybe a bit of a wild factor as well with those sneaky blind deaths, they can definitely try and take this to Froyotech.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Sin Karma has been an incredible demo at the top of Invite for a while. Shout out this absolutely wonderful dolphin animation we have with a little pointer here. Isn't this just adorable, everybody? Like, take a moment, just absorb how cute that is. As we look at these rosters, you've already run down them. Now, tell me, who are you going to be looking at to have a big impact here tonight?
Well, I mean, you got to kind of everyone on Froyotech has the ability to pop off, and that's what makes them so hard to face off against, because even if you kill 2, someone else just might come in and make a big play. But I think on the other side of things, we're definitely going to have to be looking at Rakuso and maybe Paul Dog. Last time, those were 2 players who were able to get onto the medic fairly often. I think if they want a chance at taking this to Froyotech, they have to have a similar performance. But we're going to see Godfather on this first mid.
Oh, my map did not load. It's all you, buddy.
All right, going in here, we are going to see the Greasy Dothogs get in through choke. Looks like we're trying to meet them on the right side of the mid. Going to be taking a bit of space as well. A bit of damage coming onto Sin Karma. He does get bowed up. No one dying quite yet. We do see a few fade-away bombs as well. Paul Dog trying to make a bit of space for his team. But it looks like the Greasy Dothogs are just kind of getting stuck on the side of the map. And now Froyotech are trying to collapse. They do manage to take down 2. Paul Dog, Sin Karma, Crypt. Oh, yes,
Banny
all going down.
It's the first thing I see when I finally load in TC is Banny going pretty big at the end of the fight, and now look how much space Froyotech is able to take. Give them an inch, they'll take a mile, and Greasy Dothogs rightly out to their own spawn. I'm looking for Banny to jump in here. Paul Dog gets some early spam. There's Banny getting up into heaven. Kuso trying to stall a little bit, but Banny just in for free right now, getting forced out through rollout. And as this second cap comes in, High Five's going to actually pick up a kill onto Crypt. He trades out, though. A big find to the last second there by Shamu to pick up High Five. And, right off the bat, Froyotech looking so strong here, TC. What a absolutely dominant mid-fight win.
It was extremely dominant for them, but now they're going to have to worry about the Froyotech aggression, as now they're just going to be peeking all these doorways, trying to see if they can get a pick. Jay running on to the demo there. Sin Karma almost being taken down there, but luckily Rakuso helps out. Crypt with the counter set can be taken down by a nice pipe from Logan, and that's going to be Greasy Dothogs' attempt at trying to poke out onto the second. Actually looks like they're continuing to go forward. Paul Dog taking a lot of damage, is going to escape through 1, but things are going to even out here good on the Greasy Dothogs for not letting Froyotech take any more ground there, but they still have a big tall order ahead of them, because Froyotech are going to be trying to break this last Godfather.
Oh, Donovan gets in, but only into the corner. He gets absolutely smoked there. TC, we didn't have too much time in pregame to discuss our expectations for this match, as there's a little bit of a scuffle happening in this lobby area. Greasy Dothogs pushing out off of 3 kills, including Logan. Demo man down for Froyotech, as this Froyotech attempt at pushing last does not succeed. What are your expectations score-wise for this match?
I'm gonna expect Froyotech to take it. I mean, this is their map pick overall, and when you look at this roster, you can't really find a flaw in it. With that being said, Banny is gonna be taken down, as it looks like the Greasy Dothogs want to try and push his advantage. They don't. They only have player advantage at the moment, but with taking down Donovan, there's 2 down the side of Froyotech, no soldiers up, so they don't have to worry about being spammed out here. But they're just gonna be trying to take this in. Ubers haven't been used just yet. It's gonna be a 3v3 between these 2 teams. It's gonna be Froyotech using first.
Oh,
It's gonna be them trying to milk this for as long as they possibly can.
milk!
Dang, he's just holding on. He's not disrespecting.
No damage. Oh, he gets hit with an arrow, but he doesn't pop. Now the soldier jumping in. Get onto him. Can anyone? No, it's a drop by Donovan. What a hero play. The milk was absolutely insane there from Greasy Dothogs. Balls of steel on Dank, but his hubris catches up to him as Donovan finds the frags. I'm calling this 4-0 for Froyotech. What's your score prediction, TC?
You know, I'm going to have to agree. I don't think it's going to go completely to 5, but I think the Greasy Dothogs can get around in there. I'm going to say a 4-1. I think Greasy Dothogs have an opportunity here. Maybe Froyotech slips up just a little bit, but like you said, exceptional milking from Dank there in that initial Uber. But, you know, the problem with Balls of Steel, sometimes they can just drag you down too much, and unfortunately there, he disrespected just a little bit too hard, and it was Donovan just kind of getting that cleanup kill, and now Froyotech are going to have bigger Uber to work with on the last year, Godfather.
Yeah, all right, let's acknowledge GC's brilliant wordplay there as Froyotech Ubers in. They get the gun pretty quickly, getting presence on point too. There's nobody in position to touch, and Froyotech collects on their second attempt at pushing last. You said, just to quote you, if the problem with Balls of Steel is sometimes they can drag you down. That is gorgeous, TC. Well done. This
Thank
guy.
you.
We're getting in on to mid-fight number 2. I'm probably going to be watching the soldiers now that it's my first mid-fight I actually get to watch. Sin Karma looking like he's there a bit earlier, looking for an arrow maybe. Both teams kind of just standing there looking at each other as now the rest of the players will arrive. Both playing that new side right now. Some sign side, I should have said. Kind of just taking it slow on mid-fight number 2. Now a bit of a scuffle. Soldiers jumping every which way. One pipes from Logan. High fight will fall on the other side of things. Rakuzo J both falling. No scouts versus down a scout and down a soldier. Greasy Dothogs look like they like this a lot better. And out goes Froyotech. Certainly taking some damage there as well. It'll be Med staying alive on the mid yet again. But Greasy Dothogs now looking for a chance to push here, TC.
Yeah, Paul Dog gonna be flying in. He gets one nice rocket onto Zilly. Zilly does surf away. Paul Dog misses the air shot, but good on Zilly. Nice surf from him, and good on him from holding as well. He could have been scared about the fall damage, but luckily doesn't take enough of it. Now Froyotech gonna be trying to pressure of their own. Donovan gonna be flying in. He gets a nice rocket, but not onto the right player. It's actually gonna be all the damage onto Rakuso. That's not the target he wanted, so things are gonna even out here. Looks like it's gonna be Greasy Dothogs trying to pressure Sewer. They actually find Banny, who's maybe just sleeping a little bit. Crypt is being taken down immediately in response, but it looks like the Greasy Dothogs want to try and push this, Godfather.
Yeah, they're going to take any opportunity they can get here. Down 2 for Froyotech, only down 1 on Greasy Dothogs. That is enough to force Froyo out to last. No Uber expended yet, but Logan getting pretty low there in door 1. That'll be a second point capped. Bulldog almost goes down. Now, we haven't had a chance to see how Greasy Dothogs pushes into last, but opening pick onto Donovan might just be enough for them to go in. We have the sniper up from Jay, probably one of the most dominant 6 snipers to ever do it. Oh, Logan tells Bulldog, not today. Hits him with those lock and load pipes. Sin Karma and Rakuso now both gonna fall. Jay does find a shot, making sniper worthwhile. And out comes Froyotech, but Crypt is behind right now. He's spy and he has not decloaked, making sure people are truly out. Oh, but now people rushing back. The Uber was expended there by Greasy Dothogs. Froyotech has not used, so the spy play does not succeed as Dothogs loses too many. And now Jay's actually going to push forward on Sniper. What do you think, TC?
Well, at the moment, they have the momentum, so they shouldn't have to worry about too much resistance on mid, but going forward, it might be a bit of a thorn in their side, as Paul Dog is going to be able to escape, so everyone on Greasy Dothogs are going to be able to try and defend on this second point, so Froyotech are going to have to worry about these bombing soldiers. We do see one commits.
Silly, what a surf into, what's that called? Sewer! Jeez, I forgot my call-outs, but what a surf to stay alive. Donovan jumping forward onto Jay. or onto Shamu rather. Sorry, I saw the sniper and I thought it would be Jay, but no, Shamu has come up sniper for Greasy Dothogs, and Froyotech now rushing forward. They have the Uber popped out early. There's traps on point, but not too many. Here's the demo. Trapping spawn is Logan. Second point hasn't even come through. It's just a rotation around for Greasy Dothogs. They come out these other spawn door, and there's absolutely no presence, but Jay will pick up Dank, and Froyotech will drop Greasy Dothogs men.
Yeah, I was going to say that's the problem with Sniper. They didn't have anyone to 2x cap that second, but Jay just showing why it doesn't even matter for him, taking down Dank there. Now Froyotech, they want to try and grasp because they have the heals advantage, but they're just losing the DM fight at the moment. Everyone being taken down, even Zilly. And so they just kind of blow that ad. They could have waited and played the Uber ad, but Froyotech, so aggressive as they are, they wanted to try and take everything possible to them, but they just did it a bit too sloppily, maybe underestimating the firepower on the side of Greasy Dothogs. So it is going to be a successful hold for them. Dank does have a bit of Uber ad, but because he was still dead there, it's not going to be that much. And Jay takes down Dank!
Jay gets tanked again! Banny's gonna feed in there, goes for a bomb, doesn't find much. Here's a bomb from Crypt instead. High five, pretty weak right now. The bomb coming through, the nuke from Dothogs. He's gonna find just one. Rakuzo picks up Logan though, and it's 3 for 1. But that medic staying alive, so good for Froyotech. And yeah, we were talking earlier about Froyotech taking a mile, playing so aggressively in situations like these. That's just been the story of the season, really the story of Froyotech's career as a team. They are just so just like they're trigger happy. They see an opportunity, they're always going to go TC, and you know, that's something admirable about the team. They're always going to play aggressive like that.
Yes, they are, which makes them very enjoyable to watch, but we are going to see if the Greasy Dothogs can counter that aggression some way. We do have 2 players out in sewer. They are going to get spotted, so they are going to back up. Donovan pretty far forward. NIT, Froyotech just trying to see how they can get onto mid with this Uber the ad that they have. They are going to have to try and play around Jay because he is still up on the sniper. He's going to actually be post up in IT, trying to see if he can get a cheeky pick onto someone. The Uber is forced out from Froyotech. They are going to get 2 in Rakuso and Crypt, so pretty all right for it, but Dank did stay alive there, God. So Greasy Dothogs have to try and figure out how they want to try and use this Uber.
Honestly, didn't really like that Uber there. As you mentioned, Dank stays alive. Look at Jay up on the rock. I think most players can't even scale that, and Jay just does it so easily. Showing, you know, top level TF2. He doesn't find anything with the angle, but Greasy Dothogs, a waning ad here as Froyotech continues to build. High Five's got that Boston Basher in hand, and this is just a classic stalemate. Now, TC, your opinions on this new, you know, the Banny config here, where stalemates will result in a reset?
I think it's a pretty good kind of, it forces the team that's pushing to try and go for a few more risky plays, which is always more fun to see and kind of creates more action in the game. Obviously, Froyotech are going to play passively for the first few minutes here because Jay is already up on Sniper, so at least for the moment, they're just going to try and see if they can help him get an angle or get a pick. We've already seen Jay hit a lot of headshots, so they know he can do it. It's just about giving him the opportunity to do so. They're sewer at the moment, but he's just going to revert around, maybe try and go through choke this time. Always want to try and keep the enemy team guessing where your sniper actually is, so they don't know which angles are safe and which aren't. But Jay is just going to back up here, not really finding anything. Greasy Dothogs doing a good job of not giving him anything for the moment. He does try and ring out the shot, but doesn't collect a kill for the moment. But Froyotech are just taking so much space on second here, Godfather.
Yeah, they're just going to take this aggression forward. Greasy Dothogs gave an inch, and Froyotech again just taking a mile here, even with a sniper in hand. The class swap will not stop them. Shamu going down is the trigger they needed to work their way forward. Bulldog in rollout here. He's getting pretty weak, might go down. The scout, High Five, trying to chase him. Doesn't quite find him yet. Looking for an arrow now. Doesn't find the arrow immediately, but will get it eventually. Sin Karma gets the debt onto High Five. The Ubers are even here. It's Froyotech's game to push, but they're certainly going to wait for their 6th player. Engineer up on defense. We haven't seen too many off classes in the 3 or 4 attempts at pushing last. TC, do you like Engineer here on last for Dothogs?
I think it is necessary, especially more so with both of their soldiers going down. Luckily, they do find Donovan, so Teg probably won't expend anyone else here, especially because they have a sniper up, so they're kind of limited in that respect. They do spam down the sentry gun. High Five is going to be taking a lot of space over by 4. The rest of the Froyotech team are there to help him escape if he needs to. Banny going to be committing in, going to be going for a sack. Does do a lot of damage, but it's going to be Rakuso and Sin Karma falling down. Everyone's dropping.
He uses to save a player there, and that's 2 down. Now 3 down. His Crypt is going to die to Jay here. Bulldog falls as well. It's all falling apart. Donovan will die. 3 for 4. And now pushing in through rollout, excuse me. Jay's just set up there. It's a demo and a med. They're going to pump the Uber on Froyotech right now. Logan looking for anything. Oh, a good jump in from Vanny. He'll pick up Sin Karma, and now it's really his game right now. He needs to make something happen, but he'll go down. Vanny falls. Silly just staying safe in rollout right now, looking for someone to be with as he looks for arrows. Rakuso down to High Five. And Froyotech lingering here, but making space for themselves. They're 3 down right now for Dothogs, getting onto the point. Someone's got to stop the medic from capping. High Five's going to pick up Shamu, and Froyotech will pick up the point. 2-0 over Greasy Dothogs early on here, TC. And they certainly are struggling. They're not playing perfect TF2 here, but Greasy Dothogs really hasn't had an answer to Froyotech's aggression.
Yeah, I mean, that was such kind of like a hasty push from Froyotech. I mean, they did win it at the end of the day, but they pushed in with only 3. It was really just the Demo Man and Zilly going in on that Uber when they really, once again, just could have waited for the full Uber adding all their players, but Froyotech winning it again with the superior DM. We are going to see Greasy Dothogs have an answer as we go on to this next mid. It is going to be a fadeaway bomb from Banny, just jumping back to the safety of his team. Donovan and the scout collapsing onto Rakuso. Shamu is going to be able to escape, but a big bomb as well. Froyotech just have so much map control, and it is going to have to be the Greasy Dothogs backing out of mid.
You really just can't drop a player like that if you're the side of Greasy Dothogs. I mean, Rakusa going in. Oh, here's a bomb and an air shot to take out Donovan eventually, but 2 more will die on Greasy Dothogs, including their demo. Now Crypt also falls, and Froyotech just so fast to get in. Chase on scout. He's looking for the medic, but a 1v3 will not succeed. This time at least, as Froyotech gets in onto second. Had some spam through the 1 door there as well. This is just, you know, Froyotech coming in here trying to just eviscerate any mistakes that Greasy Dothog makes. It's even Ubers right now, TC. We'll likely have a last push in a moment. Shamu up on Sniper. It's really on him to find a pick here, I think.
Yeah, it is. Obviously, you know, Ubers are even, so they don't have to worry too much, but we've already seen Froyotech have just been able to take 1 pick and make it into a whole point being converted in their favor, and sometimes even a whole round, so they really have to play so perfect on Greasy Dothogs, and Froyotech have been kind of playing sloppy. Ooh, nice headshot from Shamu.
Yeah, he's going to find Donovan there, but continue. Go ahead and continue.
Oh yeah, no worries. It's just that Froyotech have been playing so aggressively here, and even when they've been playing sloppy, and they kind of happen with some of these kind of hasty pushes, Greasy Dothogs just haven't been able to deny them in the same way that Froyotech has against them. So that would have to change from the Greasy Dothogs. They might have to get a bit more on it, but with Logan going down, this is definitely a good opportunity for them to maybe try and see if they can get onto second. There is a spy up in the form of Donovan. I don't think they know.
Off. No, he's gonna. Oh, it's Donovan. They do know because we did have a Dothogs. Oh, it's not gonna matter. He picks up Sin Karma. Dothogs did go on spy there for a moment. I figured they would have found out about Donovan spy, but now 4 are dead on the side of Dothogs. This gun's gonna actually be non-existent. Rakuso swapping back to scout. The spy getting on the point first. The Uber out for Dothogs, juggling this medic around right now. The Uber now coming in from Froyotech as they look to cap this one out. Some spawners coming in. They need to have a hero moment here on the side of Dothogs. Rakuso is dead. Can they find any frags? Froyotech rotating around. The spy is going to be on the medic in a moment. Donovan looking for the pistol. He'll go down. Silly also fell. No medic, no heals for Froyotech. And Dothogs somehow, some way are holding this one off right now as Froyotech nearly wipes. Only Banny escaping, and just barely. Froyotech cannot confirm the Dothogs last hold succeeds.
Yeah, that was extremely, extremely close for the Dothogs. There was definitely a world where Froyotech win that last push in their favor, but still Good stuff from the Greasy Dothogs. Now they're going to be looking to try and get onto mid here. They do have Uber ad, so they don't need to be too hasty. They're going to try and get in before having to use Dog. Is going to be taken down, however. So Froyotech, you know they want to try and fight this. They know they don't have Uber just quite yet. And the Greasy Dothogs have to back out of here. They don't have any space to stay in here without Uber at their side. So now they're going to have to wait for Dog. Action over, just going to be going in, wrapping around through IT.
Yeah, when you have 91% like that, you can just rotate IT, take a new entrance in. Dank gets pretty weak there. He has to back out. One health. Oh, a nice shot by Jay. He'll pick up Rakuso. And down go 2 for Dothogs, trading out just for Donovan, and Froyotech nearly have their own Uber here and taking that time, taking that space away from the Dothogs, so it'll be even for another last hold. We'll see if Dothogs can do it one more time here and try to stay alive in this match.
Yeah, they definitely can try to. Shamu hitting a few shots, so that's definitely good news for the side of the Greasy Dothogs. Also good news that Dank never used there, so they still have full Uber to try and defend the point, but Logan just piping down Shamu with the lock and load. It goes so quick. Shamu didn't have any time to react whatsoever, but good stuff from Dog, winning his one against Banny in 2 right there, staying alive and now equalizing things for the Greasy Dothogs. Looks like Dog wants to try and peek second, maybe see if he could get a little sneaky wraparound play onto Zilly, but they got that locked down on the side of Froyotech, so they don't have to worry about that whatsoever. Things still even. Jay, such a dominant force so far, still up on the sniper, going to be peeking in through 1. Let's see if he can hit a shot here.
Dog's going to peek him and spot him, so Jay will likely rotate around. Logan taking a lot of space over in 1 now that there's attention drawn that way. Oh, no, wait, Crypt is standing there? I never thought in a million years that Jay would find a pick from that angle, and yet he is so talented on the sniper class. Again, one of the best in 6s to ever do it. And he's going to find another one. Shamu comes back and picks up Donovan, but is that enough? Probably not. Froyotech ready to come in here. It's a level 2 gun TC. Donovan might be enough to stall, but no. Look at this Froyotech peeking 5 right now, working their med into the lobby area. Might be the Uber soon onto Logan. Again, TC, it is even for this fight.
It is indeed even. Froyotech trying to see if they could do something with the 2 players down on the side of Greasy Dothogs. They take down the sentry gun, but I think they're just going to let things stabilize here as they still have Jay up on sniper, and he's been hitting mad shots, so it doesn't quite matter. Donovan is going to be getting in through 5, drawing a few players back to go and chase him. Banny is going to try and go down in all of that chaos, but he gets taken down, so does Donovan. So no soldiers up on the side of Froyotech. They do only have a sniper as well, so this should be rounds. Oh.
Dog finds out why bombing alone into a team looking up doesn't work very well. And Jay just deletes Shamu one more time for good measure. 2 down for the defending Dothogs. Been in a situation like this before, down players, but they were successful that time. Now they're going to have to pop early, get their soldier forward. Is the medic there to save? There's no need to even save their players. Froyotech keep the Uber in hand, now taking space through lobby. They might just rush onto point here, and they will pop this Uber out. Dog is behind, finding a Narnia at this point. Rakuso does go down in the Uber. Dothogs right now doing their best to shoot as many players as possible. Honestly, they just got to win the TM fight, and Banny does go down, but Dank will fall in the chaos, and now Froyotech jumping onto point will... they're stalling out a little bit here, but they will pick up the round 3-0 over the Dothogs on their map pick so far. Again, ladies and gentlemen, it is not over after this map. It is a best of 3, so while this one might be going quick, do not go away.
Yes, exactly. The Greasy Dothogs still have their map pick, and that's not to say that they can't turn things around. It's only Froyotech up 3-0, and with the continuous overtime. Technically, the Dothogs have all the time in the world to get things in order, but it's all got to start on these mids. Froyotech have been so dominant on the Greasy Dothogs, have to try and find a way to respond. Dog bombing in. They are going to be able to take down Banny early, so now they have a player out to try and work with things, but with Sin Karma being taken down, so much less firepower for the Greasy Dothogs to work with here. It is going to be a trade. Rakusa for Donovan, and it looks like the Greasy Dothogs actually have a lot better positioning. They're going to be trying to collapse onto Logan, who does get taken down. Great stuff from Shamu and his soldier buddy Crypt to go for that and take them down. Now we're just going to be trying to barrel forward here, not let it have Froyotech have any time to get onto second and try and mount a defense. Now everyone is slowly dying on Froyotech. Zilly He is. Can Zilly stay alive, though? Shamu is not able to collect that kill, so really great stuff from Greasy Dothogs, kind of showing some of that Froyotech aggression themselves. They have to wait and let Rakuso cap up mid, but really great turnaround for the side of Greasy.
What a feed! The Froyotech players just thinking they're better, but Dothogs have switched something in their minds. They're playing so much more aggressive here. Shamu maybe playing a bit too aggressive as he goes down in front of the spawn doors. Dothogs, they haven't put anyone on second yet and are down a scout, so they'll have to slow things down, which is just what Froyotech needed. But, I mean, Logan got so weak early on in that mid-fight, doesn't go down, but still dies late, and then he feeds in one more time. There just hasn't been a demo for Froyotech so far in this round. Now he is in position to try to mount a defense, setting up those traps on the entrance to lobby. They should be spotted out. But, I mean, Greasy Dothogs just coming in with such aggression. Jay's going to be back up on Sniper, as he's been so clean with it, TC, but I really like the turnaround from Dothogs there.
Yeah, and good stuff from Benny, taking down a Paul Dog. Donovan as well, going to be taking down Rakuso. Probably the two-man coming out from the side of Greasy Dothogs, but Froyotech, you know they're going to try and do something with that. Going to be trying to push upper IT area. Benny gets taken down. Kind of gets stuffed a little right there. Some good stuff from the Greasy Dothogs to just kind of try and shut that down. So Froyotech, you know, they recognize they're up 3. They don't really need to do anything super risky if they don't want to, so they should be content to just hold this last. Jay is in such an intriguing sniper spot. He just has IT completely locked down, a whole of upper IT. No one really wants to try and peek him there. They're not even getting into lobby just quite yet. Now finally, they're slowly making their way in. Paul Dog going to be trying to clear things out, but he's just going to get stuffed. Logan was looking through that 4-door, and there's nowhere for Paul Dog to go, so that's technically going to be the sack. For the side of Greasy Dothogs, Froyotech just controlling that lobby so well.
Yeah, I mean, the area control from Froyotech so far has been absolutely insane. Crypt also going to fall here, so down 2. This is going to be the trigger Banny was looking for, but Banny has really not found success so far in this match. I feel like every time I see him, he's going down. I think he's playing rather aggressive for a pocket soldier. I mean, usually don't see pockets bombing in as much as I'm seeing Banny do it tonight. Maybe a role swap there. Who's to say? I certainly don't know. We have Crypt, Cloak and Dagger, Rakuso Sniper, and Jay Sniper on the other side of things, as well as High Five Engineers. So double pick classes for Dothogs. We're certainly playing some Highlander here, as Crypt is looking to get in through 5. Banny's standing right there right now.
Yeah, Crypt up on the spy. I don't know if Froyotech are going to expect it. Technically, you know, they've been kind of sending in a few sacks on the side of the Greasy Dothogs, but generally it's just been them trying to get into lobby, so I'm not sure if they will. I think they'll be wise to it if nothing happens quite soon. On the Banny thing, I know as a pocket soldier, he really likes to play extremely flexible. You know, he likes to kind of play that wandering soldier and just kind of help out wherever the team needs him, and he's likes to play it in a super dynamic way. It is going to be Paul Dog. He's actually taunting in second. He stays alive, but it's mainly good because Crypt was distracting the sentry gun, taking him down. And that was a bit of a distraction play, trying to see if Crypt could do something there. It doesn't end up working out, but good attempt from the side of the Greasy Dothogs. Good hold as well from Froyotech, not letting Crypt get the better of them now. But this is kind of working in Froyotech's favor because he went for the hero shot. You know, I respect it. I respect it. And I think, you know what he's thinking, Godfather, is go for the hero shot and maybe just try and take an Uber trade with the team because there's only 45 seconds left on the round timer. If you only have the sniper up, that's not going to help in the Uber trade. So I think that's maybe the game plan going forward here.
Yeah, they're going to go back to cookie cutter classes on the side of Dothogs. They do need to convert here or we will be back to mid. Uber's both in hand. That gun's still alive. Jay's still on sniper. It's Froyotech doing a good job so far holding this. The Uber's going to be popped in onto Shamu early. Sin Karma getting the gun down as well. Where's the rest of Dothogs though? Most of them dying. 2 down right now. They're going to pick up Donovan on the other side of things, but now Rakuso also falls. 2 for 3 so far. Dothogs only 10 seconds to make something happen. Shamu going for the hero play. Can he take the 1v1? Jay will get the better of him that time, and I believe we will be, oh, it's overtime because Froyotech gets on the point. So we will not see the reset here.
Yeah, we won't. Froyotech good, doing a really great job to mobilize there and get onto second. Jay does go down, but he does so much damage and choke. Looks like the Greasy Dothogs want to try and see if they can refight this. They do technically have a player ad with Jay going down there. Dog going to be bombing in deep. He just does a fadeaway rocket, going to recollapse onto Donovan, but Donovan does take down Crypt, so it is going to be an even trade. Banny getting onto Rakuso. Great collapse from Froyotech right here into Sewer. It is going to be Banny just barely staying alive there. Shamu goes and takes him down, but too many have died on the side of the Greasy Dothogs. It's just going to be Dank trying to leave, and I don't think it's going to be able to.
No way Froyotech lets him get out with that. 2:30 here. Or is it 3 minutes left in the half, or in the map rather, before overtime?
2:30, yeah.
2:30. Okay, I never remember which way my HUD is, but very little time on the clock here. But there is continuous overtime if Greasy Dothogs are able to convert rounds. But Froyotech certainly in control so far, 3-0. And getting in onto second here now. Shamu is up on Sniper, Rakuso, Engineer. No off classes for Froyotech as they try to push in and pick up a fourth round here off of the Dothogs. And Uber's actually going to be popped in rather early here by Froyotech, getting forward, getting deleted his high five as the debt comes out. Tank in trouble though. He might get rushed down. No, he's going to hit the respawn binds and get back to help his team. Rakuso very weak health right now. He's going to go for a resup. And Froyotech's push, Uber expends, do not convert. So Dothogs have an opportunity here to hold on. They're playing aggressive. I'm not sure I like this too much. It's just one pick. Dog, he's going to get very weak. Almost needs a pipe now. Crypt goes deep. Doesn't get him. As Donovan will find the frag there. Now Froyotech's probably going to want to rush right back in here, sending their scouts and now their soldier into the one door. And Tank goes down. It's only 2 alive for Greasy Dothogs now. Logan in a bit of trouble. Zilly's going to die to Dog, who in turn will fall. It was 98% for Dank. That's a team wipe. And Crypt is going to have to make the hero play here. 1v2 to try to hold this off as his team respawns. Getting up to the point is high five. Crypt can't touch, and that's going to be another round with 50 seconds remaining. Froyotech up 4-0.
Yeah, that was extremely close. Such a scrappy fight on the second, and a good effort from the Greasy Dothogs, but I don't know if Froyotech capped it up or the Greasy Dothogs just never capped it because of it. It just enabled Logan and I5 to just get onto last and cap them. That's a very hard 2v1 to win as a soldier, just even as a against the scout in the first place. So really great stuff from Froyotech. We are going to see Donovan going behind IT extremely early in this fight. We're going to have to see how that manifests. It is going to be a big soldier bomb. Oh, he does get taken down.
Yeah, Zilly gets bottled into a corner there. Now will it convert? Tank in trouble. He goes down to high five. Shamu also falls somehow. Some way Froyotech takes a losing situation and ends up wiping Dothogs on mid as we go into our continuous overtime now. Froyotech certainly in control, looking to make this a clean 5-0. And wow, I mean, what happened there, TC? Zilly died early. You would think it would be so good for Dothogs, and then they just get deleted.
Yeah, they do kind of get deleted there, and it looks like they're going to be a bit too slow to even try and contest second. I don't think they are going to. They definitely had an opportunity, but I think there was some good spam that just denied them from getting through any of the doors. So we're just going to opt to play safe and play on their last. But we've already seen Froyotech work well from these even Uber situations on last, so it's not like this is too much of an obstacle for them to overcome. Going back to that mid, though, I think, you know, it was a really great play from the side of Greasy Dothogs to get onto Zilly, but they just expended a bit too many people to try and do so. Logan is just kind of wandering through four, can be taken down, but trades are just going Froyotech's way.
Yeah, Dank gets plenty of damage taken there, but it doesn't result in his death. Now Froyotech with the repush are gonna probably clean this one up as the Uber's expanded and Froyotech wins this 5-0 in the overtime. So I was close with my prediction, but Froyotech will make it a clean 5. And again, don't go away, everybody, because we do have map 2 coming up, but we'll take a look at logs and then probably take a quick break after logs.
Yeah, we can take a little look at logs even before I get to it. Godfather, it's just so much dominance from the side of Froyotech. They were playing so confidently in just about every scenario, even scenarios where they shouldn't be playing as confidently as they were. You know, they're taking these pushes with only like 3 players up, and they just know that they'll be able to extend the DM fight out and win it in the end. And just really clean play on the large part from Froyotech, and it's just kind of Greasy Dothogs making it like not even that many mistakes. It's just Froyotech taking advantage of the few tiny errors that the Greasy Dothogs are doing, and also the Greasy Dothogs not punishing Froyotech for their own mistakes. So definitely extremely confident play from the side of Froyotech. You can see that they are really they feel at home on process. We are going to see if that's the case going forward, but I don't know if you have the logs up already, if there's anything that catches your eye.
Oh, I certainly do. I'm looking at Logan's 329, Trey's 24 kills. I mean, the dominance from the damage dealers on the side of Froyotech, and like 7 deaths per tank for Frizilli. What else are you seeing here?
Yeah, I mean, it's basically like you said. I think maybe um, kind of a bit sad zone for the soldiers on the side of Greasy Dot Hogs. You know, just they're kind of at these kind of positional disadvantages a lot of times. They didn't have a lot of opportunities to make things work, but you can't even really point to the mids because you know the Greasy Dot Hogs won a couple of mids there. It was just even in those scenarios where the Greasy Dot Hogs technically had advantage, whether it was like more map control or Uber advantage as well. Froyotech were just able to just kind of do Uno reverse card on them and say, no, you don't. Whether they did or they didn't, and just kind of go forward and kind of win the fight against them. So extremely confident. We're gonna have to see. You know, obviously this was Froyotech's map pick. So if you're the Greasy Dot Hogs, the silver lining is now they're going to their map pick, which is probably the map they thought they had the best chance of winning against Froyotech on. So this is the map Froyotech thought they had the best chance. The next map is going to be the Greasy Dot Hogs, technically best chance. So we're going to have to see if things swap up there. But still, if you're the Greasy Dot Hogs, you got to think, what do we change? How do we change it? And how can we make sure that Froyotech don't adapt to our adaptions?
All that and more in just a little bit. I think we're going to go to a break before Metalworks, so stick around. We'll be right back with more TF2. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Again, happy birthday to our producer, Dolphin. We are getting ready for map number 2 in this Group A Stage 2 Grand Finals. Froyotech takes a clean 5-0 win on their map pick, but now Greasy Dot Hogs looking to come back, stay alive, and move on to Sultry if they are able to convert. TC with me on the mic. My name's Godfather. TC, Metalworks, what do you think? Do Greasy Dot Hogs have a good shot here?
I think they have a better shot than previously. It looks like both soldiers, as we are going live on this first bit, both soldiers really trying to lock out that lunchbox area. A lot of damage Zilly is taking, so he's going to have to go through Baby Door and kind of play a bit passively early on because of that. But Greasy Dothogs just have so much point presence at the moment, even though no picks have been exchanged on either side. They're going to be able to cap this up, and I think Froyotech just have to give this up. They didn't lose anyone, but they just didn't play that well. They were extremely slow to mid, or maybe the soldiers on the side of a Greasy Dothogs were extremely fast. Either way, it is going to be them taking the mid early. They are going to be able to take down Donovan, just kind of rushing forward here before Froyotech have an opportunity to really get a hold on the second. That's going to be Banny being taken down as well. So no soldiers for Froyotech to really trying to lock out these chokes or maybe trying to bomb onto the medic. So we're just going to have to go all the way back to the last. And this is such a different Greasy Dothogs. They're doing exactly what Froyotech did. They're just pressuring extremely well. Soldier already flying in, Godfather. So much damage onto Logan as well.
Yeah, Logan needs a lot there. He's going to find an arrow now in a moment. 3 down, though, for the Dothogs. They drop both scouts and Crypt just in exchange for Donovan. High fives, rushing forward, looking to get onto Sin Karma. Looking around this corner and get some damage. He will find the kill, so 4 die on the Dothogs, and Froyotech not even bothering to cap second yet. They're going to send high five back and have that Uber in hand. Both teams still have their Uber to play with, so it's going to be a little bit of a second recap, and Greasy Dothogs, they're going to try to get back in here as fast as possible. Here's a soldier jump, jumping in. Crypt takes out high five for it, and can he find anything more? He will. Actually, it was Paul Dog who finds Logan. Now Crypt finds Vanny, only 2 down. 3 down now. The Uber's going to be popped out early by Froyotech. Dothogs popping back in. It's just Jay and Zilly, and now it is just Zilly out to spawn. Dothogs looking to open things up early here as they cap up the second. Sin Karma's getting onto last. High five's going to have the debt onto him. Dank on the point right now, taking a fair amount of damage. The respawners are going to be in time. Sin Karma and Dank both fall. Dothogs going, just feeding in here. And Shamu somehow picks up Zilly in a hero play.
Yeah, really great stuff from Shamu to get the clean up kill onto Zilly. Otherwise, this will look a lot worse for the Greasy Dothogs. It's still going to be fairly bad because they are losing a lot of players. We are going to see Rikuso actually gets onto Logan. That might spell the repush for the Greasy Dothogs. Froyotech are still going to cap this up, but no Demo Man to have stickies on the choke means that Greasy Dothogs can get in extremely for free. Donovan, however, is in behind, meets a soldier at Baby Door. Might crater, does crater. Unfortunate for them, but Sin Karma and Paul Dog coming down. Jay just running forward. The aggression on this man, and now Banny coming in huge. Going to be taking down Dank and Shamu. Basically a full wipe onto the Greasy Dothogs. Extremely good repush for Froyotech.
So, Greasy Dothogs, I think, might have come into this round and just been like, all right, you know what, this is our map pick, we're going to play aggressive, we're going to play clean. And they're certainly playing aggressive, but they're not quite playing clean enough, I think, and Froyotech has just been able to exploit all of these weaknesses from Dothogs. That any little mistake, Froyotech's going to work off of and just rush right back in, meet aggression with aggression. Now they have Uber, it's going to be Paul Dog up in the air, looking for a bomb onto Zilly. Can he get the force? Oh! A good force by Paul Dog. Rikuso also going to fall, and out goes Dothogs, but they will have Uber ad as they try to hold on to their last.
Yeah, they will. This is going to be dangerous for them because they are 3 down at the moment. It is, luckily, a Demo Man still up and alive, but Sin Karma's all the way back in spawn. They got to make sure they don't get locked out here too badly because now the second is going to be capped. They're going to be trying to force out onto Dank. They have a lot of space on the point, getting some early. Going to try and fade out that Uber. Dank going to be taking down one with her, but they're all falling and they all die. Extremely great stuff from Froyotech, just recognizing that they had so much space and able to corral Greasy Dothogs into their spawn and not let them come back out. So it's going to be Froyotech walking away with the first round.
Yeah, 1-0 so far. Did we do score predictions for this match? I'm thinking a 5-1 for Froyotech. What about you as we get into mid number 2?
You know, I gotta be a believer, say we're gonna get the sultry, so I'm gonna say Greasy Dothog's gonna come back into us, maybe a 3-2 in their favor. I think they might be able to do it, but it's all gonna start on these mids. Yeah, Banny is going in behind, gets a nice pick onto Sin Karma, just drawing so many eyes, and now Froyotech, they're gonna be able to walk forward here, cleaning so many kills up. Banny trying to go for the air shot. Unfortunately, I think a high five or Jay denies him with the scattergun shot, but extremely clean mid for Froyo.
That is a team wipe, and it's going to get capped up here ×2 from Jay. Donovan respawning. Entire playbook countered, says Banny in chat. What a bit of banter from Froyotech's soldier, and we do have Shamu up on sniper, Rakuso on the engineer. I think they might be trying to just kill Banny for that one right now, as there's a bit of scuffle on this side area. Froyotech works their way into lobby, and it's cookie cutter classes right now for Froyotech TC, so they're just probably going to try to push in right here, and this is the Uber Greasy Dothogs do not have yet. Getting in pretty free on the right side. A lot of flashing, though. This Uber has fully expended. Nobody on the point right now to stop Jay, who taps it for free. Froyotech a quick 2-0, as perhaps Banny is right in saying the entire playbook from Dothogs has been countered. Froyotech, well known for just knowing their enemies so well here.
Yeah, and it's not even that they need to know them ahead of time. They're just able to adapt so well on the fly. I mean, that was a really great first mid from the side of a Greasy Dothogs from the soldiers, but Froyotech have been able to counter it almost immediately on the second one. We're going to have to see if maybe the Greasy Dothogs have something up their sleeve. They can find some way to change things around, but with Shamu being taken down early, Donovan flying in so deep here. He's still alive. All the players are going to have to come back for him. He almost takes down Rakuso as well. Now, they are going to be able to take down another on Banny, but Froyotech already have so much point presence that it is going to have to be the Greasy Dothogs trying to reap onto a mid that Froyotech have already capped.
Yeah, Froyotech gets the mid here. Oh, my game lagged a bit. Hold on.
No worries, it's going to be Froyotech pushing forward here. They are going to be able to successfully defend. Now we're just going to try and chase these Greasy Dothogs players into Valley. PaulDog was hiding in that little area in alley where the pack is. I don't know if it has a specific name, but he was there. You guys all know the spot. He doesn't find anything with it, however. But probably does buy enough time for his team to get out of second, giving Froyotech the capture, as now it looks like Froyotech gonna be trying to peek onto last, trying to see if there's any openings that they can abuse.
Yeah, this is a big opportunity for Froyotech to take an early 3-0 lead. Donovan jumping forward so far is the only commit, but there was Jay as well. Sin Karma deleted by High Five. It's 1-for-2 so far. Rakuto 7 health. Another goes down for Froyotech. Banny feeding in pretty late. I guess looking to secure any more kills, but Ubers remain even here. Froyotech fails the last push. Playbook perhaps countered a little bit there in favor of the Dothogs.
Yeah, maybe indeed, but Froyotech, they're just going to push it right in through with that opening pick on the PaulDog. They're just walking straight onto the bridge. They have so much space, but Uber is forced out from the side of the Greasy Dothogs. Froyotech use in response, much better for them much later. They are going to have to flash a little bit more, but the Greasy Dothogs don't really have that many players in position to take advantage of it. And so the Froyotech is going to be able to cap up second. And it looks like they want to kind of steamroll this onto last. The Banny peeking through Shutter does a lot of damage, and Logan cleans it up.
Logan hitting a nice pipe there yet again. He's been on fire with them so far today. Banny took a little bit of damage, but he finds some heals now and can regroup. Those traps going to get set up. No off classes yet. Here's a bomb from Banny getting onto Dank. Doesn't find the cleanup kills. High Five gets onto the point. Now Donovan jumps forward as well. He's going to find 2 so far. Good damage onto the scout. Froyotech looking to clean this one up. 3-0 so far, and that is the 3rd round for Froyotech. It's certainly in control on Greasy Dothogs map pick.
Yeah, they are extremely dominant so far. I mean, it's not like the Greasy Dothogs haven't shown signs of life. You know, that first mid, they've been able to hold Froyotech on a few occasions as well, but it's just anytime the Greasy Dothogs make any mistake like that last time, it was just PaulDog being a bit too close to a choke, and Froyotech were able to take that pick and turn it into a whole round conversion. So it's just such a great aggression, and with Crypt going down, you just know that Froyotech are going to take that as an excuse to get aggressive. They're going to be taking down Rakuso, and Donovan, taken down as well. Great stuff. This might be okay for the Greasy Dothogs if they can just regroup together and make sure they don't lose anyone else. They are going to be able to hold second, but they lose mid.
They do lose mid. Donovan almost went huge there. Unable to clean up the meta kill, though. Nice frags there by Jay. He finds PaulDog now. And Froyotech, again, keeping the aggression after that mid-fight win. They have this Uber now in hand, getting ready to work their way forward. They'll probably rotate around to alley here And Jay will go down. Probably going to slow down the Froyotech advanced TC. I mean, we've seen Froyotech get round and round and, you know, time and time again, they're picking up rounds here. What does Greasy Dothogs need to adjust to have a shot here?
I think they just really gotta punish Froyotech in the same way that Froyotech is punishing them. Also, it's got to be said, Jay is just running over them at the moment. High Five and Jay are just kind of just shooting them. They're just being such a difference maker in these fights, and that's not to discredit any of the projectiles on Froyotech. They're doing a lot of work as well, but Jay, he just goes into these fights. He gets 3 somehow out of nowhere in these team fights. He's so deadly, and now he's going to be up on the sniper. We already saw what he can do on process. He might be able to do it again on Metalworks. Going to be peeking through this house area. Actually, no, he thinks better of it and looks like he's going to be going in through lower. With Shamu peeking it, he should know that Jay is up on the sniper, so it's going to be on Greasy Dothogs here to try and see how they want to try and play around this. Also, maybe just a bit more from the soldiers on the side of Greasy Dothogs, maybe just being a bit more aggressive. We saw it work a few times. Paul Dog and Crypt going in for the big plays, kind of turning out the results, but even in those team fights, they just have to be a bit better at grouping up and making sure they don't give Froyotech any easy picks, which is easier said than done.
Certainly easier said than done here. I mean, especially against Froyotech, they are just such a clean DM team. We got Jay peeking pretty aggressively here. He's going to get forced back by Paul Dog. The Uber popped out. I think Dank might have taken a shot there. He was down to about 10 health and will force. And now going through drop down as well. Shamu and Sinkarma both taking out the Uber from Froyotech is so much better, and they're getting behind the majority of Dothogs here. Dank is deleted by Jay. Vanny picks up Rakuso. It's all falling apart. It's a massacre as Froyotech picks up second, picks up the wipe, and they're just going to rush it onto last, stack this, and go up 4-0.
They are indeed. I mean, I think maybe Shamu wanted to take that Uber in the first place because there'd be no reason why he was that close to the door. So I think that was the end idea, was to take the aggressive Uber, which maybe would have been okay if one, the whole combo of Froyotech were there, or two, Shamu was able to get the pick onto the 2 flank players who were holding it down, but neither happened. So Froyotech were just able to walk in with Uber. Everyone else on the side of Greasy Dothogs was out of position. They all got caught by it, and Froyotech taking the 4th round. This is do or die for the Greasy Dothogs if they want to try and get the first seed going into playoffs. Donovan up on Batman. He is gonna crater. Unfortunate for him, not able to serve onto the pack. It looks like, yeah, Paul Dog and the 2 soldiers gonna be going forward, getting pretty aggressive. This is what you want to see if you are the Greasy Dothogs. They are getting a lot of picks here. Jay, he's just kind of standing his ground right now. And oh, good job from Clip getting onto Zilly. Oh yeah, Banny.
Cam, please give me. Banny's certainly gonna try to make something happen here. He's hiding in that shed area in Valley. It should be called that he wasn't seen, as the second cap will come through. Dothogs working their way forward, trying to get this a little closer. Here's Banny getting onto the scout. Can he make it happen?
No, the cap does come up, and everyone on the Greasy Dothogs, they get the point.
Dothogs 4-1 here.
Yeah,
Bring it back. Reverse sweep.
Yes, it is possible because, like you said, there's only 16 minutes before continuous overtime, but overtime is continuous. So, as Shamu's saying, it starts now. We'd all like to see it start now because we'd all like to see a 3rd map. Hopefully Shamu is looking into the Magic 8 Ball and it's telling him all the right things, because that mid was a really great job from the Greasy Dothogs responding to what Froyotech have been doing, and they've been able to go forward and get aggressive and not let Froyotech have any time to regroup. We're going to see if things are going to be the same here. Nice pipe onto Jay from Sin Karma. It's going to open things up for them. They might be able to get onto Donovan, who's in Lunchbox. Yes, and now Greasy Dothogs should be able to walk across the point. Sure, Rakuso does fall, but I think Froyotech are going to be happy to just back things up here, maybe trying to bait one of these soldiers into an unfortunate fight. No one takes the bait though, as Froyotech still in this valley area. They're staying here for so long, they might be able to get onto Shamu. Logan really wants him so badly, but Shamu is just going to be able to jump around and stay alive. Now we see a big bomb from Paul Dog, maybe trying to see if he can do any damage. Froyotech just staying here for so long just shows how confident they are, and it pays dividends as so many players from Greasy Dothogs being taken down, Godfather.
Oh no, and now Dank's gonna get trapped here. He drops his player, drops in Karma's, the Uber's popped. Full ad and 4-player advantage for Froyotech here. They get back onto mid. and they want to close this one out. Not as clean as the 5-0 from earlier, but a 5-1 will certainly suffice for Froyotech's appetite here. As they try to get forward. They got Donovan over on the flank area. He's going to take the 1v1 right here and lose it to Dothogs. Uber out though for Froyotech, rushing in onto spawn. Second, not even capped by Jay quite yet. Crypt is waiting now. He's going to pull the trigger and go for the bomb. Not hitting too many rockets. Now he's absolutely destroying his Dotthog and Crypt combined for so many. Dotthog will die for it. Jay's the only one alive after capping second. And he's all the way out. Froyotech pulls the trigger too early on that without second capped. Can't cap last and will back out to mid.
Yeah, very fortunate for the Greasy Dothogs to be given a second chance in this game, and they have to try and take it. They are going to have big Uber ad, but he is already up on the sniper. He's been hitting so many shots. You got to expect that he's going to hit another one again. The Greasy Dothogs shouldn't know Jay is just going to be trying to get himself into position, going to be playing back by Baby Door. The Uber is used from the Greasy Dothogs. They are going to be able to take down Donovan. I don't think they're going to find anyone else. Actually, they say that they do take down high five, so no scouts for Froyotech at all. Baney gonna be dying as well. The collapse coming in from Dog, just trying to wrap around, does some good damage. Jay is not in position to really help defend. It's really only Logan at the moment, so I want to see Greasy Dothogs come forward here and take advantage of that fact, and it looks like they are going to be able to. Zilly did stay alive, so they are going to have a big Uber at to work with. There are still players in the forge spawn. It is going to be Donovan just trying to wait it out.
Oh, Jay narrowly lived earlier, but outstays his welcome after second and will go down. Rakuso and Dog both fall. Now Crypt also dead. The Uber out. And Zilly does get forced there. The demo doing his best. And Karma actually does pick up Logan, but that is 2 for 4. That is not the kind of deal that Dothogs want. Froyotech getting back forward, taking a lot of space here, and rightly so.
Yeah, really great stuff from Froyotech. They did get forced there, like you said, but they were able to clean up so many kills and make sure, crucially, that Greasy Dothogs didn't cap up second, so they were able to go straight to mid and cap it up themselves. So now it's going to be the Greasy Dothogs kind of in a leapfrog scenario for the time being, but it's all going to rely on whether Greasy Dothogs can get onto mid for free or whether Froyotech are going to be able to force out the Uber. Looks like actually Greasy Dothogs going to be able to get in for free, so they should be able to keep mid and not have to give it immediately back up. Now it's going to be a question of how they try to push onto second, maybe sacking a soldier, maybe try and get a scout in behind. There is Jay in behind, but he gets taken down, so now they've got a player to work with, maybe a bit more space for the Greasy Dothogs to try and work their way in with.
Yeah, space is everything, especially in this game. Froyotech's been taking so much of it. Here's a good bomb from Crypt, and the scout also getting forward. Crypt will pick up Logan, and the Uber actually expended by Froyotech there. So Dothogs in a great position now, and they're rotating around and getting onto the point, DC.
Yeah, they are. We do see the soldiers bombing in. They do get the force out onto Dank. Really great stuff there. Initiative from Froyotech just getting the Uber used, and now they have their ad as well. The spawners for the side of the Greasy Dothogs are so far away. It's going to be Logan. I mean, it's going to be Sin Karma. It's going to be Shamu, all being taken down. Crypt coming in. He just takes down Bandy in the mid-air. Kind of a good shot from him, but at the end of the day, it doesn't super matter because even though Bandy has been doing a lot of work, that's not the one pick you would have liked to have gotten if you were Crypt. So now Froyotech are still going to be happy to get that to get mid. Defend their second and look for a way onto Greasy Dothogs second with the Uber ad that they find themselves with.
Banny calling out that feed there just to get one kill. I think it was Crypt, not entirely sure. The Uber out early here for Froyotech, getting Logan as far forward as they can. Second's going to get capped, and now it's going to, I mean, Greasy Dothogs, they don't even have to back out very far, and they have this Uber in hand now. That second cap hasn't come through yet. I mean, keeping a lot of space in the lobby area, getting those traps onto the second point, denying space. Donovan jumping up, kind of a pencil jump there. He gets pretty weak, will go down. The Uber out for Dothogs, trying to rush forward, not succeeding. Was Dog and Shamu, they're both dead now. And Jay underneath, the soldier jumping forward, getting onto Dank, and he hit the last rocket. Dank, with a surf away, will live. But Froyotech takes a lot of space off that, and it's 3 for 4, and Froyotech, they want to close it out here. TC getting in, getting back out though. Gonna stabilize, it looks like.
Yeah, fortunate for Greasy Dothogs that their spawners were up in time to help hold that up. I think Froyotech definitely would have gotten in there, but they still might get in because they do have the Uber ad. Zilly just doing so well to stay alive, and now Froyotech are going to be trying to think how they want to take this. Looks like they're going to be taking it in through far left, and this might be the game that they convert here, Godfather.
Yeah, Uber's coming in. Might be the last push we see in this stage grand finals. Getting onto the point for free. A big bomb actually from the soldiers. Tank does go down. Paul Dog also going to fall, and it all falls apart for the Dothogs as they wipe. And Froyotech, GG's in chat. 5-0 and 5-1. Get a terrific seed going to playoffs after taking down the Dothogs. Wow, I mean, Froyotech just had Dothog's number the entire time there. What do you think, TC?
I mean, they really did. It was just a pure aggression from Froyotech the whole way through. I mean, sure, Greasy Dothogs were able to get that one round, which is a pretty okay for them considering, I guess, it's their map picks. So I guess that shows where that one round comes from. But still, Froyotech were just so dominant across both of these maps. And in the previous best of three against the Greasy Dothogs last time. So if you're the Greasy Dothogs going forward into the playoffs, tackling Froyotech, I mean, it's always been a challenge for every team that's gone up against them, but it's definitely something they got to think about because otherwise, they lock themselves in to that second seed. I think they pretty clearly have kind of established themselves as that kind of second best team currently in Invite, but making the jump to the first best has still kind of eluded them so far. Froyotech playing extremely well. A bit of mess ups, but it's just Greasy Dot not punishing them, and Froyotech punishing the Greasy Dot so effectively well. And I guess, yeah, looking at these logs, Paul Dog trying to do everything he possibly can, put it in 294 DPM, so close to that 300, just trying to spread all the damage across. But high five with an insane stat line, 25 and 5. You can only think that would have been even larger if the match had gone on for a bit more, but High Five just not dying whatsoever. I kind of said it halfway through. The scouts, High Five and Jay, just doing so much work for their team. Kind of interesting. Logan only had 5 kills. He was just kind of pumping out the damage. It really just seemed like High Five was just cleaning up everything in existence. So maybe Logan doing the damage and then High Five just kind of yoinking those kills as a pocket scout will often do.
Yeah, I mean, high five, certainly an MVP for me. 25, 11, and 5, 285 damage per minute. That's a 7.2 KAD and a 5 KD. I mean, that's all you can ask for from a scout player. Jay, he picks up 23 kills of his own for only 12 deaths. I mean, he was on sniper there as well. Such a dominant sniper all throughout tonight's match. I mean, there's not much you can do against scouts like High Five and Jay. Especially with the aggression that Froyotech was playing with that match.
Yeah, it really was, and you kind of gotta wonder if the reason Greasy Dothogs chose this map was just because of the mid, because that first mid was really good. They managed to lock out Froyotech so effectively well. I'm not quite sure if it was just because Logan was necessarily slow on that first mid. I would have to watch it back, but they just locked out Froyotech and didn't let them play the mid, and were able to go all the way to Froyotech's last. And I think it really was just because of that mid. But then after that, Froyotech were just able to respond so quickly. And every other mid except the round that Greasy Dothogs won, Froyotech won the mid and they were able to convert it. So I think maybe Greasy Dothogs are kind of relying on the mids a bit too much there and kind of getting called out for it. But still, really great adaptation from Froyotech. It's kind of what we've expected from them. What they've become kind of known as is, previously it was the Banny halftime kind of adjustments, and now it's just kind of like the adjustments on the fly because there are no halftimes. So really great stuff from them. But that is going to be the first and second seed confirmed. Froyotech are going to be first seed going into playoffs. It's going to be the Greasy Dothogs in the second seed. We're going to see these two teams again in playoffs. So if you're a Greasy Dothogs fan or if you're a Froyotech fan, don't worry. There's at least 2 more matches of them coming up because it is full elim, but still a valiant attempt from the Greasy Dothogs. Froyotech just too deadly tonight.
Too deadly indeed. I mean, TC, one thing that we might not have brought up enough is that it's Dolphin's birthday for real now. Everybody give Dolphin a happy birthday in chat. Big 25 for our favorite producer here. So shout out Dolphin. Um, but yeah, I mean, that's all I have in terms of log discussions. What's going on in the world of TF2 TC that we need to know about?
Well, obviously, in the world of TF2, we mentioned it at the beginning, but just mentioning it again, TF2CC, really great place. If you're a new player, if you saw the action tonight and you're like, I want to get in on that, I want to hit some nice air shots, I want to make some great plays and win my team some games and, hit all the frags and, be up there with the pros. TF2CC is a great place. You can start your sixes journey. They got a lot of great people who can help you out on that, mentoring, demo reviews, all that great stuff. And if you're a more experienced player, you can still help out by becoming a coach and kind of helping those newbies spread their wings and grow in the scene. So definitely a place, regardless of your TF2 experience, that you can either help out or find some help yourself. So definitely check that out. Always a great place. Also kind of host some tournaments of their own and, pugs as well. So definitely a really, really great TF2 community.
Absolutely. And if you want to watch a little bit more TF2, we do have Highlander here on the channel every Monday. And if you don't want to watch Invite Highlander, I don't blame you. I'm actually going to be a little self-plug here. I'm going to be casting Amateur Highlander playoffs and next week Steel as well. So if you're looking for that, check out my Twitch at Strongest Caster. I had to do the self-plug, but TC, what shoutouts might you have tonight?
Well, as always, shout outs to the players. Without them, there would be no game to cast. Looking forward to see how these two teams do going into the playoffs as well. Shout outs to you, Godfather. Always amazing to cast with you. It's been so fun casting with you this season. I look forward to the future games. As always, Dolphin just holding down production. Such an amazing guy. It's his birthday as well. We've said it so many times, but still happy birthday to Dolphin. Does so much work for RGL and just producing all of these games. Shout outs to you guys for watching. And yeah, shout outs TF2 Summer Update. Played some of the maps. They're pretty cool. And so, always great to see that happening.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out UTC. One of my favorite casters to work with. You're just absolutely fantastic to have on for these casts. Shout out Dolphin. Happy birthday. Thanks for being a great caster producer for all this time for RGL. Shout out everybody who watched at home. Everybody who's been hitting us up with those Twitch Prime subscriptions. That is directly supporting us as casters in production. So much appreciated. Check out our Discord. Check out all the socials. A lot of great stuff all around there. With that, this has been Froyotech versus Greasy Dothogs. Froyotech wins it 2-0. Move on to have the top seed in playoffs. I'm your strongest caster. I had TC on the mic, Dolphin behind the scenes. Have a great night.
Good night.